Go. Hello and welcome to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Jeff Smith with Joseph Brett coming to you live from Grants Pass High School in Grants Pass, Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring the Westview Wildcats versus the Grants Pass Cavemen. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Grants Pass District 7 School District and our participating community business partners. We're going to take a quick break.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajakapal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central.
Welcome back to our Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, the Alumni Watch. And let's take a look at our matchup for tonight's game. The Westview Wildcats playing in the 6A Metro League, currently with a 5-3 record and no games played in conference for the Wildcats. Currently they are ranked 15th in the OSAA state rankings. Their last game was a victory against King Drew of California back on December 30th, 57-55. Grants Pass Cavemen, of course, play in the 6A Southwest Conference. Currently a 7-4 record, and they are currently ranked 6th in the OSAA state rankings. And their last game was a 67-62 victory over Lebanon. And looking at their schedule, they got a couple of losses in a 3-game tournament in Nevada. And other than losing 2 out of 3 in Nevada and losing 1 against Wairika of California, they only have one. Actually, they have no losses within state because their other loss was against a team from Washington. So the Cavemen yet to lose a game against Oregon competition, but a few losses against some of the other neighboring states. So the 7-4 Cavemen versus the 5-3 Wildcats. And let's take a look at the starting lineups before we tip things off here. First for the Wildcats, number 2, Jalen Grable. Number 3, London Smalley. Number 15, Wayne Jamison. Number 22, Aiden Grady. And number 33, Brady Greer. And for the Grants Pass Cavemen, number 1, Anthony Maravilla. Number 5, Justin Ferris. Number 11, Chase Coyle. Number 12, Cade Anderson. And number 24, Morgan Law. And we are about set to tip things off here. And the Wildcats win the tip, and an easy dunk as they find down low, wide open was Grable.
So two different styles of team here. Grants Pass with not too much height in their starting 5. And then Westview, a very tall and lengthy team here. Going to be probably be a handful for Grants Pass. Going to be a tough time for them to work down into the paint.
Yeah, you get a chance. You look at these games on paper, and it looked like a pretty good matchup. And when you see the teams come out on the floor, you're definitely right, Joseph. This may be their toughest challenge they're going to face at home through this non-conference season at least. And they turn it over again here. And a nice strong move on the baseline. Jamison gives the Wildcats the 4-0 lead. Just about a minute gone by here in the first. Our John L. Scott scoreboard showing the Cavemen trailing. Westview Wildcats leading 4-0. There's a nice runner, but can't get the roll. Splitting the defense and taking it in for the layup, Grady. And it's 6-0 Westview. Cavemen just looking a little off to start this one, but there's a nice look down low. Coyle finishes underneath. And it's 6-2. Westview with the early lead here. 2 minutes gone by here in the first. Cavemen in a man-to-man to start this first half. Good help on the defense there. Thought he had an open shot, and the Cavemen closed quickly.
Good job of not committing the foul as well. Getting up in the air and then coming back down. Typically you see them come back down on top of the offensive player, but keeping things together and coming up with a nice clean block there. See if Grants Pass can capitalize.
Corner 3, no. Morgan Law at the other end had a good look, just couldn't get it to fall for the Caveman. So we're stuck at 6-2 here. 5:22 remaining in the first. The Wildcat boys in a similar defense to their girls team with that 3-2, and they force the miss here. Grants Pass has changed up their defense as well. Oh, and a little miscue there, an easy bucket down low. Greer puts it up and in. Nice move there on the baseline, just couldn't get the roll. A couple of blocked shots. The Cavemen having trouble getting a shot off on this trip up the floor.
There's that height we were just talking about, giving Westview pretty big advantage down low there.
Yeah, Grable and Smalley down there are pretty imposing, and then you throw in Greer. Actually, this whole team, if any of them get near the bucket, they've all got pretty good height and pretty long arms. Probably the smallest guy out there right now is a reserve Badish out there on the floor, but pretty good size for this Wildcat team. Good ball fake there to draw the foul. First team foul for either team. And they'll give that to Brady Greer. 4:18 on the clock here in the first. And, of course, the John L. Scott scoreboard shows it 8-2 Westview. Another shot in close for the Cavemen, but another miss. Corner three is off the mark. And we got another Wildcat foul. That was a foul on that rebound. Grable picks up his first second team foul. And that's going to be a blocking foul, I believe, and that'll be the third team foul. Smalley picks up his first for Westview. And there's a hoop and some harm, and three-point play opportunity coming up for Coyle. He's the only Caveman on the score sheet thus far. He's got all 4 of the points. He can make it 5 with the free throw as Aiden Grady picks up the foul, team foul number 4. And that cuts the lead to 3, 8-5 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. And referee's hand signal threw me off there. They're going to give the bucket to Grable.
It looks a little bit like he's calling offensive there.
Yeah, little miscue, I think. He pointed like it was going to be offensive. I thought maybe there was a foul away from the ball or before the shot. And instead it'll be the first foul on Ferris as the Cavemen bring it the other way. And trying to do too much there, dribbling into the teeth of the defense and no place to go with that ball. So Anderson turned it over. And nice look on the baseline. Ferris with the bucket. And it's, excuse me, I got the wrong score up there. It's 12-5. So Grants Pass still struggling to get something going at the offensive end. The defense has actually looked pretty consistent. They started out in a man. They quickly changed to a zone, and they turn it over again here. So the offensive end has been a bit of a struggle so far for the Cavemen. They just got to be careful not to let this one get too far away. Coverage tonight is made possible by our sponsors, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore on Highway 62, and General Manager Jason Lawrence. Browse online at lithiasuperstore.com and then come back in, work with our outstanding staff. Our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore. So we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. Shows the Westview Wildcats with the lead over the Grants Pass Cavemen, 12-5. 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. And good double team there, forcing the turnover for the Cavemen. There's a nice baseline jumper. Morgan Law gets it to fall.
Capitalizing on that Westview turnover, something Grants Pass is going to have to do to kind of counteract the advantage that Westview has down low with their easy opportunity of scoring. Grants Pass going to have to do a good job converting when they force those Westview turnovers.
Trying to help a little with that size advantage is Tyson Dixon out there, came in after the break, or at the break. Three on the way, count it. Ferris has got 5. And it's 15-7. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass there. Caveman lucky to hang on to that. 15-foot jumper, just can't get it to fall. Nice rebound between two Cavemen. Almost had the steal there. Another good double team breaking that up. Almost got it away again. We're under a minute to go here in the first. Step back 3 on the inbound. Won't fall for Westview. Oh, and getting open down low and flipping it up and in. And Maravilla with the bucket. So the Cavemen keeping it close here. We're 30 seconds to go in the first. After kind of a slow start, the Cavemen just kind of inching their way back in. They'll get the break here off a missed 3. And I don't believe they'll give him the shot on that, but it will be a foul against the Wildcats. The 5th team foul. First on Keshavanand. Hope I'm saying that right. And with 15 seconds remaining here in the first, the Cavemen will see if they can draw up something on the inbound. Ten seconds to go. And a foul, count the bucket. And going to the line, Cade Ely. And I believe they're giving him a 3 on that. So he can cut the lead, and he does. Down to 2, so Cavemen working their way back into this. Nothing doing on the last second shot. And so we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. After 1, Grants Pass 13, Westview 15. And we'll be right back.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as Westview scores off the inbound here to start the second. And it's 17-13, Westview with the lead on our John L. Scott scoreboard. So the Cavemen got down early, Joseph, but did a nice job of kind of inching their way back into it and got it right back to a nice, comfortable game here to start the second. That 3 missed by Trent Anderson for the Cavemen. Oh, there's a push. It's going to be another Westview foul. Grable going to pick up his second. Team foul number 7. So this will be free throws for the Cavemen. Maravilla made a nice defensive play and then got fouled, so he will go to the line for the 1-and-1. And similar to what we saw in the girls' game, the Wildcats in foul trouble early, so that's going to help the Cavemen here. If Maravilla can make both the free throws, they'll be right back to the first quarter deficit of 2, and he does. And that's going to be only the second Caveman foul. Coyle going to pick up his first. .6:43 on the clock here in the second quarter. And that's some more good Caveman defense forcing another turnover. And they get it down low. The Cavemen took advantage of that high double team and got a quick pass into the paint. And we're tied at 17. And Westview gets the lead back. Lost sight of the player. I believe that was Greer with the bucket. And another chance for a three-point play. As the Cavemen tie it up, and they can take their first lead with the free throw here. And Coyle gets the roll. That was the second foul on Grady. Team foul number 8. So the Cavemen with their first lead on our John L. Scott scoreboard, 20-19. And a foul inside at the other end, and this is going to be free throws coming up for Aiden Grady. As Coyle picks up his second foul. Team foul number 3. And Grady there at the free throw line trying to give the Wildcats the lead back. Ties it up at 20. 5:22 remaining here in the second quarter. And Grady hits them both. And the Wildcats retake the lead. Cavemen lead going back and forth here. The Cavemen now with the lead 23-21. And count the bucket and a foul. And we're knotted up at 23. And Nick Anderson steps to the line, try and give Westview the lead back. We got 4:05 remaining here in the second. The fourth Caver team foul goes to Trent Anderson, his first. And Westview retakes the lead as Anderson knocks down the free throw. Here's a deep three. Oh, just missed. That size advantage showing up again there for Greer. Gets into the paint, flips one up and in. Oh, there's a three. Keenan Alderson coming off the bench and burying a three to tie this game at 26. Foul on the rebound. Batish, I believe, will pick up that foul, and he does. That's the 9th team foul for Westview. We take a look at our John L. Scott scoreboard. We're knotted up at 26. We're going to have free throws at the other end. Be a 1-and-1 coming up. Tyson Dixon will step to the free throw line. And he gets it to go. Oh, no, I thought it was Dixon. It's not Dixon. He was at the line, and then they changed it up here on me. Sent Trent Anderson to the line.
How's that work?
And he hits them both. Well, I think maybe they were trying to get away with one there, trying to get the person to the free throw line they wanted, and the referees were onto it. That's my guess anyhow. So the Cavemen retake the lead, 28-26.
Dixon was the one that got fouled getting the defensive rebound on the other end.
Well, and that's why I said his name, and he went to the line. And then
he should have been at the line.
So maybe the Cavemen were the ones that pulled something off there. I thought maybe that they didn't get away with something, but I think you're right. I think they actually did get away with something on that one. And we get another Westview foul, and the Cavemen will go back to the line. Now I'm writing down Justin Ferris. He's going to shoot 2 because that is team foul number 10 on Westview. And he misses the first. And then a foul on the rebound. So not only did the Cavemen miss both free throws, they pick up another personal. Tyson Dixon will pick up his first. Team fouls are Westview with 10, Cavemen with 5. We've got 2:20 remaining in this first half. So the Cavemen early in the first got knocked on their heels a little bit, but they've come back. And now we're tied up as Wayne Jamison gets the bucket for Westview. That'll be Caveman ball as it's knocked out of bounds. Cavemen thought they had a clean rebound, but Westview quickly got the hands in there, but the Cavemen will keep it here. 1:27 remaining in the half. There's a 3 off the inbound. Yeah, good offensive rebound grab there by Maravilla. We're down to 1:05 as the Cavemen work the perimeter, looking for the open shot. Maravilla drives the baseline, tried to get it across to Dixon. even with the size advantage that Westview has in this one, the Cavemen have had good success when they're able to get to the baseline and attack the basket. They're ending up with pretty good looks. .45 seconds to go. That three off the mark. And a nice offensive rebound by Dixon. Reload three, no good. So Westview gave up a couple offensive rebounds there, but no points for the Cavers, and we're still tied at 28. .20 seconds to go in the half. And getting loose on the baseline, but missing was Grable. It was a nifty pass to find him down there. He just couldn't get the roll. .12 seconds to go. Into the paint and getting the roll. Smalley, his first bucket of the night, and then a steal, but that won't count. And we get to the halftime with Westview taking the lead in the last 10 seconds. Our John L. Scott scoreboard shows Westview 30 and Grants Pass 28. You're watching TableRockSports.net.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. And the program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. And we are at halftime of our game between the Grants Pass Cavemen and the Westview Wildcats. Wildcats with the 2-point lead here at halftime, and they jumped out early, got out to a quick lead. They got a couple of good looks down on the baseline, some easy buckets, and jumped out early. But the Cavemen kept clawing back and clawing back. They took the lead a couple of times in that second quarter, but they trailed by 2 here at the half. TableRockSports.net, keeping up with the high school action has never been easier than with the new Lithia Superstore Game Center on our homepage. Watch multiple streams live, then go full screen on the hottest action. It's never been easier to get to your games thanks to Paradox Media for the website assist. Bill's Glass is proud to be a sponsor with Table Rock Sports. Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years, covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. And Joseph, I was just talking about the first half there, and early in that first quarter, Westview jumped out to an early lead, and they got some really easy looks down on the baseline. The Caveman defense letting guys get loose on the weak side and got a couple of really easy looks, but they were able to claw back into it. What do you think was the difference for the Cavemen as they've got it back to a 2-point game here at halftime?
They just started to gather themselves a little bit as the game progressed. They started out a little bit sloppy, and on defense they were having a hard time of picking up their man. They were in the man-to-man, but they weren't switching very well, and they were getting beat on the backside and on the weak side, as you were saying. In Westview, they've got a height advantage. They get the ball down low. It's an easy opportunity for them to score against Grants Pass. They've had some really good opportunities down low, as you mentioned, to start the game, and then they're still getting the good opportunities at the basket. Just there towards the end of the second, they weren't able to get those shots to fall. They're just going up, and they're getting even getting the second chance opportunities and still not getting the basket to fall. And Grants Pass on the defensive end doing a really good job. Coming up with some costly turnovers for Westview and converting on the other end offensively, not missing those opportunities that they're being given to kind of hang in this game and keep it close.
Yeah, much like what we saw from the Lady Cavers, the defensive end is where everything's starting for the Cavemen tonight. When the defense is playing well, they're getting steals, they're getting turnovers, and they're converting at the other end, like you said. And it's just been the few letdowns on defense that have given Westview some free buckets. But probably the player of the half, at least for the Cavemen, I'd say Chase Coyle. He was the leading scorer for the Cavemen, but also got himself to the free throw line. And again, like we saw in that girls' game against Franklin earlier today, the free throw line was a difference for the Cavemen in that second quarter. The Wildcats were into foul trouble. In fact, the Cavemen ended the quarter in the double bonus, and we saw a similar situation earlier. And it's part of the reason that the Cavemen have stayed in this game through the first half. So you're listening to Cavemen basketball here on Table Rock Sports. And we'll take a look at our John L. Scott scoreboard. It shows Westview 30, Grants Pass 28. John L. Scott, Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. You're watching TableRockSports.net, and we will be right back.
workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou and presented by My Circle K, Bill's Glass, and Sherm's Food for Less. Head to the second half with our John L. Scott scoreboard showing Westview Wildcats 30, Grants Pass Cavemen 28. Southern Oregon is a hotbed for local sports at the youth, high school, college, and even Olympic level. Stay in touch with all sports in Southern Oregon at southernoregonsports.com. And thank you to Travel Medford for sponsoring Table Rock Sports. And the Cavemen will get the ball to start this second half. And quickly a hoop and a foul. Maravilla catches in the paint and gets himself to the line. And we are tied once again. That'll be the second foul on Wayne Jamison. And Maravilla gives the Cavers the lead back. Just underway here in the third. Nice job there drawing the defense. As Jamison gets the bucket off the Grable assist. Since the end of the first quarter, this has been a back and forth game, and we keep changing the lead.
I think real quick, Grants Pass is going to have to make an adjustment, and they're going to have to get Tyson Dixon into this ball game, bring in a little height into the center, because right now Westview is just showing their strength with their height, and Grants Pass really doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, much like they did to start the game, they're getting down on that baseline, getting their two bigs down there, and there's not a whole lot Grants Pass can do to defend it. And, yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to see Tyson Dixon sooner than later, I should say.
Yeah, when he came into the ball game in the first half, he didn't really leave the court for very long.
No, he didn't. You're right. Oh, just missed a nice putback there.
And those are the buckets right there where Tyson was doing a good job of being down low and being in position to make a good rebound and keep Westview from getting those second chance opportunities.
Maravilla just flips that one up and in. And we're going to get a timeout taken here. I believe Westview taking that, but never did see the pointing one way or the other. Table Rock Sports and the NFHS Network will have extensive OSAA playoff coverage for our winter sports teams ahead. Early round action all the way through complete coverage of the 4, 5, and 6A basketball tournaments included in your 1 month pass. Championship excitement from Table Rock Sports and the NFHS Network begins in late February. And we look at our John L. Scott scoreboard. Westview has extended their lead. It's now 36-33. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Three, good. Zach Colson coming off the bench to hit the three. And it's a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. And Grants Pass struggling a little bit to get open looks here. And this is very similar to what we saw at the start of the game. Westview using their size and Grants Pass struggling to get good looks on offense. And they turn it over here. Little miscue there as Smalley got onto the baseline, got in the air, and really had nowhere to go with that. Nice little give and go, but they don't get the shot up to the rim. Another adjustment I see that the Wildcats have made is they're spreading the floor a little bit more, trying to find more seams in the defense. Nice block from behind there. Grable coming over the top. Now the three biggest guys on the floor for Westview are going to go sit down and get a rest. And we're going to get a timeout called. Westview with this timeout. And on our John L. Scott scoreboard, Westview 39, Grants Pass 33. And get your crunch on with crispy, crunchy chicken. It's available at My Circle K. That's a game winner right there. Find them, follow them, kick back with them at mycirclek.com. Caveman looking to get something going here on offense. Maravilla has 5 in the quarter, and that's all of the Cavemen scoring so far here in the third. Botish gets his first bucket of the night. And the Cavemen turn it over. Botish coming the other way. Got a little bump there. That was one of those, we're not going to call the foul or the travel. We're just going to let you finish the play. And Bodish with back-to-back buckets. The lead now 10 for Westview. And a foul in down low, away from the ball. Kate Ely went falling to the floor. Be the second team foul on Westview. And the third on Grady. So Ely was trying to get free down in the lane and got a little shove. Now the two number 11s mixing it up a little bit down in the corner there as Coyle and Bodish having a couple of words there. Here's a deep three off the mark for the Cavemen. Anderson with the miss. And another timeout by Westview, saving a possession there. The double team never came. They had him trapped on the sideline, but the double team actually never came. But Westview's coach there didn't want to take any chances, and he gets the timeout. Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. With offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls, they practice a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and more. To learn more or schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781. It's time for former high school athletes to get back in the game. Please consider becoming an OSAA official. There is a serious shortage statewide in all sports at all levels. Remember the people that called your games in high school? Now it's your turn. Visit www.newofficials.org to learn how you can get back in the game. And on our John L. Scott scoreboard, Westview with the 10-point lead, 43-33 over Grants Pass. And a foul there on the Caveman. Ferris doesn't like the call, and I'm not sure I don't disagree with him, or I do disagree. What am I trying to say, Joseph?
That was a jump ball and a good block.
I think it was. It from our vantage point here, it looked pretty clean. So that'll be the first team foul of the half for the Cavemen.
That ball don't lie. As they say, the ball does not lie.
They call that the equalizer. Second free throw on the way, and
ball
he misses them both. That was a cost on the miss, but they get the offensive rebound and reset the offense. A little bit like watching an NBA game here. A lot of reserves out there for Westview, and this is that portion of the third where you see the NBA teams empty half their bench. 2:19 on the clock here in the third. We're still at a 10-point deficit for the Grants Pass Cavemen as the Wildcats of Westview add to their lead here. Three-pointer, good. Brady Greer, his first bucket of the half. He's got 9 unofficially. And it's their biggest lead of the half. And they're going to add to it here with an easy layup. Nick Anderson. He had 3 points in the first half. He's got 2 there. Cavemen in danger of letting this one start slipping away. They've got to find some answers at the offensive end. Not only are they giving up turnovers, but they're giving up fast break points. And there's a three just on call. Anderson hits the three. And we'll get another timeout called here. Grants Pass taking this one. Table Rock Sports is partnering with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission to promote the Know Your Role campaign to improve the culture surrounding youth sports. You'll hear messages from the campaign in tonight's game and can learn more by visiting travelmedford.org and click on Sports. The SOSC, Table Rock Sports, OSAA, and NFHS partners in supporting a healthy sporting environment for all. Sports fans, we know you like to access our games on your mobile devices, but how many of you knew we had an app for that? The TRS app is available through the Apple and Android stores. Be sure to check out TableRockSports.com each week for our features and our news feeds updated daily. Follow at Table Rock Sports on Twitter and Instagram. And we check the John L. Scott scoreboard. Westview 48, Grants Pass 36, 123 remaining here in the third quarter. The offensive struggles we saw from Grants Pass at the very beginning of the game have resurfaced here in the third. And Westview just keeps pulling away. Another three-pointer. That one, the second one in a row for Zach Colson. And Grants Pass starting to lose touch of this game. And another turnover as the Law had no place to go with that. Now Westview getting into that point of the game where they can do what the Lady Cavers did against Franklin earlier tonight. They can take their time and get the more open looks, but a nice fast break opportunity there. Keenan Alderson doing his best to try and chip away at this Wildcat lead. And another three. Colson with 3 threes here in the third, changing the score at the end of 3 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Westview Wildcats 54, Grants Pass Cavemen 38. And we will be right back.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Welcome back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou and presented by My Circle K, Bill's Glass, and Sherm's Food for Less. And we head to the fourth. John L. Scott scoreboard shows the Westview Wildcats with the lead, 54-38 over the Grants Pass Cavemen, and make that 56. And the Cavemen just struggling to find an answer at the offensive end. Really having trouble getting anything going here on offense. Miss a corner three, and they just can't find any offense to keep pace with this Wildcat team. Even when the Wildcats had took their three biggest guys off the floor back in the third, they really didn't lose a step. And they've got them back out here in the fourth. There's another Caveman foul, and going to the free throw line, London Smalley will shoot a pair. Team fouls have dropped quite a bit here in the second half. That's takes us to 2 apiece. And that'll be the first foul on Cade Anderson. And Smalley misses the first. Ferris gets in the lane trying to get something going for the Cavers, but nothing falling right now for Grants Pass. There's a nice defensive play. Anderson with the steal. Runs into a 1-on-2, so he'll get it out of there. 5:44 remaining here in the fourth. Corner three rattles home for the Cavemen. That was Anderson. And an offensive rebound. Smalley gets it, gets the bucket, and we're going to get a timeout. As we take a look at our John L. Scott scoreboard, Westview 58, Grants Pass 41. Fans, stop into any of the 7 Siskiyou Cellular locations in Southern Oregon for a wide range of your wireless needs. For over 25 years, Siskiyou Cellular has been keeping customers connected to people and things that matter most. Check out the latest individual, family, and business plans with all the latest smartphones, tablets, hotspots, and accessories. Siskiyou Cellular, presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Just over 5 minutes to go. And on our John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Westview 58, Grants Pass 41. And the Cavers cut 3 points off that lead and there's a steal, and they can't get 2 more, but Anderson Actually, they called Anderson's at 2, so cuts the lead to 14, 4.5 minutes to play. Yep, they get a steal here. Cavemen showing some life, but they got a long way to come back with just over 4 minutes to go. There's a deep three. That's no good. That's the kind of shot can give you a little spark if you make it, but when you miss it, you give up long rebounds. And
three straight opportunities there for Grants Pass on turnovers, and 3 straight missed buckets for them. Could be an 8-point ball game right now if they could convert on these opportunities that Westview's given them.
Yeah, and they turn it over again, but you're right. That, they got that long 2 that I called a 3 initially. They gave him a 2, and then they got the steal on the inbound. Had they gotten that bucket, that's a quick 4-point swing, and it gives you that little spark, but they missed that shot, and then like you said, since then it's been turnover after turnover, and Westview's had a couple turnovers of their own, but they have the lead, so we got a foul there on Westview. That'll be the second on Botish. Only the third team foul. 3:14 remaining. Corner 3, got it. And Westview turns it over again. See if the Cavemen can make them pay. 2:38 remaining. Oh, just off the mark. Yeah, see, those are the situations where you really need those buckets, and they may just run out of time here as you convert maybe 2 more of those and you're right in this ball game, but unfortunately they got to get it under 10 really quick, and Westview is going to be content to run some time. They try and foul there, or at least I think he tried to. But then Westview misses inside, so the Cavers keep hanging around here, but they're going to have to come up with some magic pretty quick. There it is, a 3 and a timeout. As Anderson drops one in for the Cavemen with 2 minutes remaining. They've got it down to single digits. And on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Westview 58, Grants Pass 50. Bill's Glass is proud to be a sponsor with Table Rock Sports. Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years, covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. Southern Oregon is a hotbed for local sports at the youth, high school, college, and even Olympic levels. Stay in touch with all sports in Southern Oregon at southernoregonsports.com. 2:02 on the clock. The John L. Scott scoreboard shows Westview 58, Grants Pass 50. Cavers will be looking for turnovers here. They don't get them. They're going to be forced to foul. They don't want to do what they did there and give up easy ones. The lead back to 10 as Grady gets his first bucket here in the fourth. Deep three comes up short. Minute and a half left to play in this one. And a reach-in foul. The home fans don't like that call. But that'll stop the clock as Morgan Law picks up his third team foul. And now they will foul here. But they're a long way from the bonus, so this is going to be, if they're going to continue to foul, this is going to be a bit of a foul fest for the next few plays. That last one was the second on Anderson. And the fifth team foul is the second on Trent Anderson. And another draw the defender and throw it down in the post. And an easy bucket for Grady. And with a minute to play, trying to keep some life in this Caver team is Maravilla gets the bucket and a foul. Lead back down to 10. He can get it to 9 with the free throw. Grable picks up his third. Team foul number 4. And we'll get another timeout taken here. Table Rock Sports is partnering with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission to promote the Know Your Role campaign to improve the culture surrounding youth sports. You'll hear messages from the campaign in tonight's game and can learn more by visiting travelmedford.org and click on sports. The SOSC, Table Rock Sports, OSAA, and NFHS partners in supporting a healthy sporting environment for all. Get your crunch on with crispy, crunchy chicken. It's available at My Circle K. That's a game winner right there. Find them, follow them, kick back with them at mycirclek.com. John L. Scott scoreboard shows Westview 62, Grants Pass 52. And Maravilla at the line, try and complete the three-point play. 1:01 remaining. And he can't get the free throw, and we'll get another Grants Pass foul. That'll be team foul number 6. And Morgan Law picks up his second. So now they can foul and send Westview to the free throw line. If they don't foul here, under a minute now to play. And now we do get a caveman foul. And this will be a 1-and-1 for Westview. Maravilla picks up his first. And stepping to the line, Zach Colson will shoot the 1-and-1. 45 seconds to go in the game. That three off the mark. A little reload after it bounced around for a bit, but that won't fall. And with 32 seconds remaining, another 1-and-1 opportunity for Westview. Eighth Cavemen team foul. And the third on Trent Anderson. And Smalley gets the roll on the first one. He'll line up for a second one. And he gets them both. I'm not sure that score is right, but we'll stay with what the scoreboard says. Our John L. Scott scoreboard says there, now it's right. I knew there was a point missing. 65-52. I was watching the scoreboard here in the gym, waiting for that other point to go up there. Before I put it on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 23 seconds remaining. Another three on the way. Got it. Morgan Law.
Probably something Grants Pass should have done a lot earlier in this game was just take the shot opportunities that they were given.
Yeah. Well, and that was just a kind of a high screen. Just give him enough room to get the shot off. And, yeah, the Cavemen didn't make the adjustments that they needed to make as this game went along. And that was the difference in this one as we take a look at our John L. Scott scoreboard. Westview 65, Grants Pass 55. We'll take a break here and come back with the MyCircleK.com post-game show.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
Welcome back to the My Circle K postgame show, your locally owned Chevron stations powered by Colvin Oil, who sponsor the Fuel Your School program in October. Your support has raised over $300,000 in the past 4 years. For more information, visit mycirclek.com. Well, Joseph, the Cavers come up short in this one, and much like we saw in the girls' game we covered earlier tonight, they just couldn't find the answers in the second half. The Westview Wildcats came out with the size again to start the second half, and Grants Pass didn't have an answer and never really got back into it the way they did in that first half.
Yeah, Westview, they had the size advantage, and Grants Pass just didn't have any answers for that. They did a really good job there of battling back in the third. And then Zach Colson, he got hot for a quick minute. He hit 3 threes in a row and went from a tie ball game to Westview leading by 8 or 9, and they just never looked back. And Grants Pass struggled there for a while to find a shot, couldn't get the ball down low. They started forcing some shot opportunities and just not taking the open shot opportunities that they were given. So just a few things they can build on. Overall, though, a good game by both teams.
Yeah, definitely. And it was really just the Grants Pass offense. The defense had some breakdowns throughout the second half, but the offense just couldn't get things going.
The defense gave them a really good opportunity to fight back into the game and then to take advantage of the turnovers from Westview and potentially build a little bit of a lead themselves, but they just were not able to capitalize down the stretch.
No, they weren't. And for Westview, it was a pretty balanced scoring night for them. Grady and Greer both had good games, but because of those 3 straight threes that really were the dagger that kind of put this game away for Westview, our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game tonight for Westview is Zach Colson. And again, those 3 straight threes, they really were a dagger, and that really pretty much put the Cavemen out of this game. It not only did it give them the commanding lead that Westview needed, but it also kind of took some of the wind out of the sails of the Cavemen. And so Colson gets our player of the game. And we had to work a little harder for the Cavemen, but we're going to give player of the game for the Cavemen to Anthony Maravilla. And he was steady Eddie all night long. He was kind of the offense that was there when they needed it. When nobody else was able to get a bucket, he would always find a way to score. So we're going to give the player of the game for the Cavemen to Anthony Maravilla. Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission are working to help fans know their role. Learn more at travelmedford.com Southern Oregon Sports Commission. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. Be sure and download the free TableRockSports.net app and watch the replay of this game free on your mobile devices. We'd like to thank Grants Pass High School Athletic Director
Clay Ramsfield
for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. And today's broadcast, special thanks to head coaches Mike Wolf for Westview and Tyler York for Grants Pass. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. when the Grants Pass Lady Cavers host the Jesuit Crusaders. Check out some great features on our updated website at TableRockSports.net and follow us online at Facebook.com/TableRockSports and on Twitter at TableRockSports. We hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible by our sponsors. KTVL TV Channel 10 has their first edition of Fast Breaks, Friday night Fast Breaks, tonight after the 11 o'clock news. Tune in and watch Joe Brett and Demi DeSoto on KTVL TV Channel 10. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Westview 65, Grants Pass 55. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports with Joseph Brett. I'm Jeff Smith saying thank you for watching and good night from Grants Pass High School here in Grants Pass, Oregon.